Hello, my name is Scott. I am the host of Chart Champions and the host of our meetup in 2025 here in Porto. It's really amazing to look out at the crowd, to see so many familiar faces, to see so many new faces as well. I feel very, very grateful to be here with you tonight. Let me talk you through my journey with Chart Champions. I was interested in how, some people could potentially trade as a full-time job. I didn't think this was ever going to be an option for me. But after I graduated college, I ended up going the traditional route. I was in insurance. I spent 5 years in the industry. I worked my way up from the bottom of a corporation all the way to a sales position. And once I got there, I actually had a really good year, my first year in sales, and I ended up getting the check. And it wasn't very fulfilling. So I started to look elsewhere. And one of the things that I had been doing as a hobby was trading, crypto primarily, and even some stocks. And what I realized was that my passion wasn't for insurance. And I know that's probably shocking, but what my passion was for trading and actually learning how to trade. And so after following several different signals group, I found a YouTube video that was a bit different. It was someone who was talking about order flow, talking about technical analysis, and talking about strategic risk management. And I knew exactly at that moment that it would be very important to find a place where I could not only learn to trade, but where I could have a home, a community. This was actually my first Discord post. I had a few before that, but you could see that I asked, "Hey, does anybody have a strategy that they recommend?" I was throwing darts, and so half my trades win, half my trades get stopped out. And maybe that's something you all are familiar with. You start trading, and you don't quite realize where to go because it's a massive world. It's a world in which there are so many different avenues to go down, and through all sorts of different mistakes, I actually learned the hard way that you should have built up capital before you go to full time trading. So in 2021, I decided on a whim to quit my job and begin trading. I had a little bit of money saved up, but probably not nearly enough. And through a number of mistakes and a bunch of slip ups, I actually found my own strategy. And so once I quit my job, I began searching for a community and I found Chart Champions. And once I found Chart Champions, it was clear to me that it was going to be a place that I would stay for a long time. So you can see some pictures here. This is the meetup in San Diego. Maybe some of you were there. We had a beautiful evening out by the beach. This is actually where I first met Coach Severin and Coach Daniel. We joined each other on a beautiful hike, and the rest is history. And I started to form a lot of bonds with the CC members and the coaches. And just through wanting to be more involved and sharing my stories, sharing my struggles with different members, I realized that we all related through certain traumas, whether that was traumas through personal life or traumas through trading, right? Day losses, getting liquidated, all those fun things that you learn when you begin trading. So one of the things that really shocked me when I was at the meetups, and this was the one from Madeira, you can see we all went on a large hike. I learned that for the first time in my life, I really felt like I was comfortable in my own skin with this group, being able to share stories about trading, being able to share stories about life. I really felt like the universe was showing me that this was the path that I'm meant to be on. So, with that being said, I met with Daniel and a few of the other coaches, and I said, "Hey, if there's ever anything I can do to help with Chart Champions, please just let me know." I began actually as a moderator and eventually made my way up to be the transcriber for the video transcripts or the timestamps rather. And in 2023, I ended up going to a staff meeting with Chart Champions, and I was invited to do my first roundtable. And at that meeting, I actually connected very deeply with the Chart Champion team during a time of transition in the company. At some points, I did feel like an imposter, like I didn't deserve to be there, but I was able to gain confidence and clarity and had a real sense of this is where I'm meant to be. So through all of this, I found my voice in Chart Champions, and I finally felt that I was worthy and deserving of being a champion. So my priorities for 2021, just wanted to share, are really locking in and achieving mastery within my own trading, focusing on patience and statistics, and then just compounding the momentum that I've built in my own trading game. So The reason I do trading and the reason I'm in this business is to help build my family's future, to really secure a life of financial freedom for myself and for my family. Last thing I wanted to say is that my focus for this year is going to be giving back to the community of chart champions who have given me so much. So, with that being said, I wanted to kick off the meetup. Just tell you all to get ready. This weekend is going to change the way that you see trading. It's going to change the way that you view yourself and discipline, and also how you view your own trading journeys. So, this isn't just another meetup. This is where the breakthroughs happen. This is where the relationships are built. We move past the Discord screen, past the charts, and into uncharted territory.
Just a quick recap of some of my favorite trades. You probably could guess which would have been my favorite trade, probably. But it had to be honest, the shorts that I took just at $126,000, because this is where I got accused of being an insider trader by some people. It was so good, right? So it was a funny one. I never imagined it to get such a massive drop, but I knew it was a technical level. I knew I wanted to take my short. We had just formed that failed auction, if you remember, and I was like, I want to see it take the high one more time. And then we hit that high one more time. We'd stopped out the original failed auction. It was then we hit into that 1618 Fibonacci, and I took my short trades. And at the time, I thought, well, it's probably just going to be like a wave three, smaller wave four retracement. And in the end, we're down at we hit a low of $80,000. So it ended up being an amazing short. But my bigger short trades were taken few days after this. I think it was just over 24 hours after, when we were trading around $123,000. I just had this feeling, and it was kind of funny. If you go to the next slide, this was like an epic comment, which is saying, let's call it $1 million feeling. It's telling me to open more shorts than close all my longs. And that day I closed longs from $50,000. I closed longs from $70,000. I closed Solana longs from $99. This was while we were trading $230 Solana, and that went all the way down to $124-ish, right? So one of those decisions, it really was more than $1 million feeling. It was a great bit of insights that hopefully I saw the comments. It definitely helped some people. I saw they're selling their spot bags, and happy days, because a lot of those alts now down 80+%. So it's kind of crazy. But that for me had to be like my favorite trade of 2026. And then on the next slide, I mentioned a little bit about Nvidia. Of course, you know me, you know I love Nvidia. But that was back from April. Managed to get longs on Nvidia, $90. I actually sold this in the end around 200, just over $200, and that went down in after I sold to around $175, right? So that, yeah, overall some pretty big highlights for myself, and hopefully highlights for you guys, because I was making it aware in the Discord. But nevertheless, one thing is that we noticed is a lot of people are getting more into futures trading. And myself, I personally absolutely am still dedicated to crypto. But of course, Severin, Igor, Scott, really interested in futures, and more people are liking the futures trading. But also a lot of people, I was speaking to Jay earlier today, like from Canada, and you have people like this where there's Jay, it's just a regulations thing, right? If you're in America, if you're in these other places, you can't trade crypto. And so recognizing that is a problem. That's why we want to, of course, we've already got a lot of focus on futures, but more of a pivot into, a lot of people are saying, well, I don't really know how to get started. How do I start trading futures? More of a handheld, like we'll walk you through the process. So that's something that I want to do in 2026, of more, okay, you can choose what you want to do, but this is a path of, if you'd like to start trading futures, how you can do it. Then we're also going to have an options trading course, which is coming out, and a really cool thing, a new coach in 2026. So you'll have to all be guessing who that could be. But yeah, new coach in 2026. And I just wanted to say, as mentioned in coaches, big shout out, of course, to Severin and Igor. I think you can all agree with me when we look at each of them. We see Igor, and he's there every day. I know you see some of his streams going on like 3-4 hours. I'm like, that is true dedication, right? Doesn't need to be doing these streams for so long. I'm thinking that is just, I view it like he is the father and you are all his children, and he is like trying to, just like him with his own son, right? He's there for a long time answering every single question, and it is really remarkable, and a lot of effort that he puts into that. So, and then with Severin, I think we can just all look at him and say, well, like, he's just a true professional and very successful. And like that is what you want as a coach, right? You want someone to be able to look towards and say, well, this guy is really switched on, really focused, really knows what he wants. And since the day that we met, like seeing him complete his goals over the years is impressive. And that only comes down to he has the focus, he knows what he wants, he knows what to do. And I think a lot of us here, we all can take inspiration and learn from that. So I wanted to give a special shout out to those two, and Scott as well for the hosting. Yeah, the last bit I wanted to say here is the transition of the team. So where I see where we were, when Truck Champions first started to today. I think hopefully you can all see this as members, but I think all of us agree as well as the team. It's like we now feel like such a unit, and the importance of having a good structure and having like this team that everyone is reliable, everyone that you don't see every day, right? As Scott mentioned, like in the background working. So it is truly remarkable. So of course, shout out to the coaches, Scott, but then the people that you don't see so much, like customer service, absolutely amazing. Trading assistant, you probably all spoke to trading assistant. He, goes above and beyond. It truly is absolutely remarkable. Design team, every time, they're just doing so much that you just don't see, but it just wouldn't be possible without them. And then, of course, a shout out to the web developers. We took on new web developer company sort of been last year. Time flies because it really feels like it was yesterday. I've got a new marketing team, so you've probably seen some of the marketing things that we've been doing, and it's just like the natural growth of the company, and it's fun, right? We have the new people in the team, and that is like we are here for you. No, this is something that I was speaking to Isabella about this, as we speak every day, and it was like, I really, we were Christians, and we were saying like Jesus, like he was the servant of the people. He is there as a servant and to be the ultimate sacrifice. And like we had to, I was thinking to ourselves, like at the end of the day, we are here to serve you. Like we are all here for you. We're not here for us. We are here literally for you all here as the community. And so like I just want to encourage everybody, right, to go and speak to it. You're going to make the best connections here. So speak to me between yourselves. Shout out to Woodchopper. I know I remember he was saying that since the last meetup, he has like an accountability partner, and they're then some people that they've meet in the meetups, and now they've become really good friends, and then they got this like accountability partner, and now Woodchopper is like epic trading. He's like leading the competitions, and I just think that's like a wonderful example of what you can only get at by coming to these events, right? You get to actually see people and meet people, and so I encourage you all to meet and greet each other, but also come to us and come speak to us, the coaches, and share your stories. Like we want to hear how you're doing. I know 150 people in this room, you probably all have very similar stories. So that's why it's good to, I think sometimes it can look like, oh, this is so easy, it's just so successful, but a lot of people are in similar struggles, right? And you all want to come together and get through that hurdle. And so I think, yeah, when you share those stories between yourselves, it can act as like a form of encouragement. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap it off by just saying, yeah, we are here for you. So we are happy to serve you. And so thank you ever so much.
Thank you for these words. That was an amazing speech. So, also from my side, good evening, everyone. And before we get started, I want to say one thing loud and clear, and that is congratulations for being here. Most people talk about wanting change, most people wish for freedom, most people dream about a better future, but very few actually take action like you did today by showing up to this event. And that already separates you from the majority. And every trader here knows or will soon learn that this trading journey is not a straight line. It's a path filled with doubts, with breakthroughs, with moments where the screen feels like your best friend, and also moments where it feels like your worst enemy. And at some point, every one of us reaches a moment that changes everything. A moment where the question becomes simple, and that is, do I continue or walk away? Do I go full-time or keep it as a hobby? And my decision happened at a meetup just like this one, at the meetup in San Diego, where I met Scott and Daniel for the first time. I remember sitting in a room filled with strangers who had the same hopes, fears, and dreams I did, and for the first time, I actually didn't feel alone in the struggle. That day gave me support. direction, and the belief that this path was worth fighting for. So I made a decision that day, and that was I will do whatever it takes. I will make sacrifices, and I will forever believe in myself that no matter how hard it gets, I will push through it. And I genuinely hope that tonight becomes a moment like that for at least one person in this room. When I look back on my trading journey, I'm still amazed at how much trading teaches you about yourself. You know, I'm very passionate about personal development, and the market is constantly giving us all feedback. It doesn't lie, it doesn't sugarcoat, and it doesn't care about excuses. That is the, the biggest part. It forces you to grow mentally, emotionally, but also strategically. And it is your job to listen, adapt, and move forward. Sometimes I still reflect how crazy the skill actually is. I had a realization when I was in Atlanta at Scott's wedding, where I was just taking a moment, no phone, no nothing, and I was reflecting on this entire journey. You need a computer, you need a internet connection, and an asset to trade. That's it. That's all you need. With enough discipline and technical skill, you can make money from anywhere in the world. You can step outside the rat race, and that is something that is given, or trading has given me, and that is the freedom to choose how I live my life. Trading teaches you to think differently, to go against the norm, to build discipline, to adapt fast, trust your decisions, and stay focused under pressure. These aren't just trading skills, these are actually life skills you can apply to everything in life. And all of you watched some of our live streams. I hope they've shown you not just what's possible, but that you are surrounded by people who genuinely want to see you win. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If you win, we win. All of us win. So everything I use today, I learned within CC and refined it through thousands of hours of observation and repetition. Again, I never looked into a different trading group. It was all CC and then refining the strategies. And yes, this industry is full of people who pretend to know more than they actually do. That's why transparency matters to us. It's why we trade live. It's why you can see the P&L. That's not to brag, but to prove something important, and that is that this skill works if you work for it. My last 6 months of live trading alone reached over $75,000 in profit, not because I'm special, but because I refused to stop learning. And again, everything was inside CC, so I can do a lot. Everyone can fake whatever they want, but on a live trading stream, that's going to be difficult. So I went through the ranks of CC to now show you that everything we teach is actually working. Tonight is not just a meetup, it is a milestone. It's you choosing growth over comfort. It's you saying, I am ready to go further. And I am proud of you for being here. Enjoy this evening, connect deeply, and don't ever hesitate to come talk to us. You're not alone on this path, and I would say this room proves it. And I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our entire team. You may see us on the live streams each day, but the only reason we are able to perform at that level is because we have an incredible group of people supporting us behind the scenes. They are the ones who made this event possible. It might look like we are the ones who put this meetup together since we're the ones promoting it, but it's really the staff you don't get to see every day who made it all happen. Let's celebrate them and let's enjoy the night together. CC is more than a trading community, it is a family. So that was the speech.
First of all, good evening, everyone. I want to say a big thank you, truly, because many of you have traveled from all over the world. Like, I mean it, from all over the world. Taking time away from work, family, routines, and it means more than you know. Chart Champions wouldn't exist without the commitment, loyalty, energy that you bring into this community every single day. So thank you. Right. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to echo Daniel's words, because Chart Champions is not just us. I want to thank the team, and this is going to be a lot of thank yous. So let's go. So I want to thank the trading assistant. I mean, you are an absolute legend. Like the customer support team who helps members everything from technical questions to mindset challenges. You often are the first voice of the people that you hear. So, and you represent us with patience, clarity, and genuine care. So, thank you. I want to thank to our social team. We've obviously, echoing your words, we've just had that now, and we're kind of like showcasing to the world, spread the message to bring new energy, new faces, and help them along the way. I want to thank Brian. Where are you, Brian? There he is. Uh, Brian, who makes all the amazing, not just thumbnails, but all of the raw content video. He turns them all into professional lessons with high quality standards that you all enjoy every single day. So thank you, mate, um, for that. And obviously, I want to thank the developer team. They obviously work around the clock to make sure that we have those live streams to you. And I want to thank Scott for being just a professional role model. Honestly, thank you, mate. Since you've joined the team, it's been just absolutely incredible. Not just with the round tables. I mean, we all love those round tables. Those questions come, they're just so high quality. And yeah, mate, thank you. And so proud to have you on the team. So yeah, wow, that's a lot of thank yous. But it's not over. There's more thank yous. I want to thank the coaching team, you, Daniel, and you, Severin. Absolute legends. Like we are here. We breathe this, Marcus. We are here for you. Behind the streams, behind all of the lessons, there's true dedication, countless hours of putting things together just for you. So thank you. Obviously, myself included. So thank you for that. And now on to you. So the community itself and what we've learned and where we're heading. So over the last few years, I've had the privilege of coaching. Probably I wrote hundreds, but it's probably more than that actually by now. It's been a long journey, right? It's probably more than hundreds. So I've had the privilege to coach these 100 people. And I can say with complete honesty that I've never been so proud. We've seen incredible achievements with members becoming consistently profitable, people changing careers, and some even building full-time trading business. This is amazing. It's not a lot, it's not many, but we do have quite a high percentage of people. You've shown grit, you've shown discipline, and you've shown how much it's possible when you truly commit. And this is the really key thing. You have to commit. But I also want to acknowledge something, which is very, very important, because not everyone is on the same or it's not where it wants to be yet. And that's okay, because trading isn't a race. Trading is a craft. It takes time, it takes refinement and self and awareness. And that is exactly why I am working on a new lesson. It's something simple, structured, and powerful to help those still facing challenges and get back on track with clarity and, more importantly, confidence. Okay, so I've got you, and we'll continue building this lovely journey together going towards, well, 2026 and the future, of course, because we're not going anywhere. So now, events like this, these are the more than just meetups. This is not just a meetup. This is where a chance that you have to build real long friendships. I mean, look at you guys. Look at us. I mean, we go back a long time. I didn't see that. But I was like, who's that guy? But I mean, like best mates, but best, just the friendships. And you guys will be the same. You'll be doing this. So it's not just a meetup. And I think what to me is important, and it's like, this is a chance of you to speak with like-minded people who speak the same language. And trust me, I know this firsthand, because the last time I told my wife I got a nice trade from the 75% all the way up, she turned around, looked at me and says, "Did you take Simba for a walk?" And I was like, great. She doesn't care. So this is that moment where you talk about the 618, you talk about any technical analysis, or, Severn's box, or Daniel's, epic short. They'll be like, I don't know what he's talking about. Honestly, like, is this gibberish? So, we're all here. So we all understand each other, and it's a special language that we all speak. So, yeah, perfect. So to see all of us here in this room after last year's incredible event in Dubai is very special indeed. I am genuinely excited for tonight, this colored dinner, the awards, the laughs, the stories, the trivias. So yeah, and yeah, let's celebrate this journey that we all come, and we're here tonight. So so tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we have 2 very special days for you guys. We've been planning this a long time now. We're going to be doing some live trading, the roundtables, Q&As, and of course, okay, this is very important, Severn's epic lesson that I know everybody is really waiting for. And I bet your socks that you can't wait to even get out of here and go home and use it. So, because I am too. I'm watching you. So please, 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 don't be shy. Approach us during the network and mingle times. And look, we even have network and mingle times this time. We thought about this. So do approach us, and not also take the opportunity to connect with one another, with you and us, but with the community, because we as a community, we are stronger, or the strongest, when we are engaged, we're open, connected, and that's when we make the most of it. So just like Severn was saying, we need to work hard, and this is where it all starts. So thank you. Let's enjoy this evening and the event, and let's celebrate. We've come a long way, and for you guys, this is just the beginning. So thank you guys. Thank you, team. Let's go. Okay.